I am a huge fan of the Star Wars movies. My all-time favorite is The Revenge of the Sith, mainly because that final battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan still gives me chills. And even though the series started declining after The Last Jedi until, well, the previous movies have retained their magic, thankfully non-Disney magic, and I firmly believe that the prequels were way better than the Disney sequels. Now, let's break it down to see what made the prequels so magical in the first place. The Phantom Menace has always been hated because of, well, and the politics, and the lack of an actual plot fit for a Star Wars movie. And yes, I agree, this movie was not as great as the original Star Wars trilogy, but it gave us two of the best Star Wars moments, which involves the Duel of the Fates musical score and the fight with Darth Maul, which always troubled me for the simple reason that Darth Maul had the high ground, but when Obi-Wan was about to die, he said, "No, you!" and Darth Maul got sliced. Either way, great end to a dull movie. In Attack of the Clones, however, the action starts to pick up. We have the assassination attempt of Padme, the chase of said assassin, the revelation of the clone army, Anakin massacre of the Tusken Raiders, the all-out Jedi battle, Count Dooku handing it to Anakin, please keep watching, a fight scene involving Yoda, and we are gonna ignore everything that happened in Naboo. Also, as a kid, I legit thought that this was gonna happen when Boba Fett picked up Jango Fett's head off the ground. Revenge of the Sith was the best of the trilogy because of Palpatine's rescue mission, Anakin returning Dooku the favor, Mace Windu's failed attack on Palpatine, Anakin's transformation, Order 66, Anakin murdering children, the final fight scenes between Yoda and Darth Sidious, and Obi-Wan and Anakin, which was amazing and heartbreaking at the same time. And lastly, the scene where Anakin becomes Darth Vader. The prequels had a lot of amazing moments, and everything that happened on screen had something building up towards that point. There was no random unexpected moments with bogus explanations. The prequels had a lot of heart. It had that magical Star Wars feel to it. It was a great way to build up towards the original trilogy. And the problem with the Disney trilogy is that it just feels as fan service. And I blame a lot of the problems on the fact that two directors were in charge of this. I honestly believe that if J.J. Abrams would have stayed to direct The Last Jedi, maybe something would have been different. Maybe Luke wouldn't have thrown the lightsaber. Maybe Rey would have gotten proper training. Rose wouldn't have been as hated, and Leia's force power would have been explained in some way before showing it. The Force Awakens was a good movie, and The Rise of Skywalker could have been better if The Last Jedi would have moved us in a different direction. And that's why I think that the prequels are better, because the prequels had a real story, with real tension. There were major characters' deaths in each of the prequels. In fact, the only ones that we knew for sure would live were Obi-Wan, Anakin, Yoda, and Palpatine, thanks to the original trilogy. And in the Disney trilogy, the only major character death were one of each original cast members dying at the end of each new sequel, with a wasted character death that left us with no explanation, no backstory, and a sad attempt at a shocking death for the audience. The Disney trilogy started good, but ended badly. And the prequel started badly, but ended good. But that's just my opinion. See you guys next time.